It is October 22nd, 2025. Like I said, every elderly person that's helping out in this, anybody that has money, that will. And Michelle was seen with the Florida human traffickers that work for Judge Peters at Faith Family Church. Okay? Where they called them a big extortion ring up in Cuyahoga Falls in 2022, they are an extortion ring. A big one. And you need to be afraid, because where he terrorized me, now he's terrorizing my new husband, and any kind of bad person in your life, any family member, they will offer them endless amount of money to help out, to say anything about you, do anything. These people will break in and lace your drink or stab you with a hypnotic drug and tell you to say something stupid, and you don't know what happened to you, and you'll think you have the flu or COVID. And then they'll have button cameras up. They'll Photoshop like washing in the other room in a drug scam. Then they'll set a hate crime off on you. Then they're supposed to have a dirty doctor that's not one of yours, works for them, and they lie that it's your doctor, and you don't even know who they are. Writing up fraud on you. Then all these people attack you and say, we're going to get you arrested, or we're going to get you thrown in a nursing home. We'll find you incompetent. And there's nothing wrong with you. And it's just them trying to scam you out of everything you have in life. They're thieves. They're extortionists. And realize, with you helping out, he now has your banking information. He now has all your contact information. He knows what you're worth. So you're going to be one of the next targets. Every senior citizen in this area, anybody with money that him or his daughters had any contact, is in danger of him running a scam on them to steal everything they have. See, this thing with his son, Carl's son Rick, he's not entitled to Carl's farm. That's Carl's. His name was never on the title. And he was not entitled when he dies to get anything. He could leave it to the Humane Society. You ever hear of those really rich people that leave their kids nothing because they act horrible? And them telling that they can get him found, say, Rick's just running around telling everybody that Carl's got dementia and Alzheimer's. Dementia and Alzheimer's is not a normal sign of aging. It's plaque buildup on your brain that slowly kills your brain. You have to have so much loss of memory for your doctor to even send you to a neurologist to do an MRI to see that plaque buildup. And then it takes another year or two for it to get so bad that you can't drive your car, you can't pay your own bills, you can't do your own dishes or whatever, and you can't take care of yourself. That's when your personal doctor goes to the courts and asks for a guardian to be put over you. Only. Just like being found insane, the only way you can be found insane is to be in a state psychiatric hospital. The state hospital gets a hold of courts. You go in front of a judge. They explain to you why you are not going to be over yourself anymore. You have a guardian, a social worker. You're placed on disability. And until that happens, you're not found insane. Where these people even laughed that they paid off a dirty doctor to write up that on me before, well, that's fraud. You can't just pay somebody off to write up fraud. And I already am a victim of medical fraud, where they said I had brain tumors, epilepsy. And, it makes you wonder if that Rick, where I kept some of the medical fraud, and it's documented medical fraud that almost killed me, where I had all those surgeries, my muscles clenched, okay? Because they didn't have time to heal in between the surgeries, so the muscles just clenched. Like the doctor said, the nerve ends didn't have time to heal. So where you're being cut in all those different places, it clenched. And these doctors, like I heard officers talking about it. They were so dumb. They didn't even realize it was just her muscles locked up from the surgeries. They just threw any diagnosis in the world at her, gave her a bunch of wrong meds, and almost killed her. I know, my whole body swelled. I gained 150, 170 pounds in 2 years. My legs were so swollen. My knees were popping out of place. I had to go to an orthopedic doctor to drain them. They gave me canes and braces because I'd fall. I was having seizures, heart attacks, thyroid, adrenal gland shut down. They said I had they caused seizures, they caused heart attacks. They even told me I had level 2 pituitary tumors. And they wanted to remove part of my brain. It's all fraud. Because the only thing was wrong with me is my muscles locked up from all those surgeries. My Community Health, 2002, October, November 2002, around that time, wrote it up as documented. Those doctors are known for lying, falsely diagnosing people, ripping them off, draining their insurance like a checking account they can just write a check off of. Sharing with their associates and friends doing the same thing. They're getting kickbacks from the drug companies for all those fake prescriptions. They have made you so sick they almost killed you. You need to get an attorney, sue them, we'll represent you in court. They almost killed you. And they've been lying the whole time. There's nothing wrong with you, but your muscles locked up. And they wanted to remove part of my brain. Is that bad? Get and turn them over to the state to pull their license and sue them. They encouraged me for years. They would go to court with us and represent us. See, that's where, what was it, on October 14th, 15th, some lady was in there. That's the one that there was a lot of fraud on her. And the hospital is grateful. She didn't sue anybody. And no one's to say a word. See, the investigators have been afraid that they paid off those doctors to do that to me. Where they were dirty enough just to rip me off, that they actually took a payoff and almost killed me. See, where I was in Altman Hospital, that's the one, the hospital, there was a lot of fraud on her. A lot. And the hospital is so grateful. She never sued them. Oh, they could have lost licenses in a heartbeat. Big fines, federal investigations all over them. And then lawsuits. And then the scandal of almost killing somebody and defrauding them. Everything before 2002 and from all my surgeries is fraud. Then I found out it was another one of Dave's girlfriends using my insurance for 15 years. And half my medical bills are hers. And they already got it out of Dave. It was one of his girlfriends. And they already know that. So where these people are running the biggest fraud scheme on me, they're going to do it on everybody. People have even said a month or two ago, it's Judge Peters' group from Florida trying to steal everything from everyone. You know, that Michelle, she was seen with Judge Peters' group from Florida, saying that they work from Florida. They were men that work for Judge Peters, and they were from Florida. They were the ones hurting me before. The fake Portage County sheriffs were September 18th, 25, Walmart, West Husk. It's not funny that people that work for that office, well, they also said they work for Judge Peters in Florida. They work for that office. We're telling people they were the Portage County sheriffs. They're not the Portage County sheriffs. Get it? The fake FBI agent that tortured me. December 1824, the guy that came in found out I didn't know who Michelle was, and and announces he's in it with the drug dealers and their bats. Then January 30th, 25, Walmart 62 again. Walks in, announces how he was dealing with my ex-husband. And January 5th, 25, he had been telling people he was an agent over my case. He's a guy from Maslin that helps the cartel get away with crimes. Some kind of shyster attorney, him and his kid. in the Florida drug cartel running drug scams on people. He cannot go around breaking in private homes, setting up button cameras. The law is if attorney sets up button cameras in somebody's home, stalking them is cyber stalking, felony invasion of privacy, loss of license permanently, and then criminally charged, and you could sue him. If an attorney has you drugged for fake confession, see, I've never talked to him in person. I've never talked to Michelle in person. I've only seen them. Get that? I've only seen them. I've never talked to him in person. I've never met this dirty doctor they're supposed to be working with, too. Dave told Danny, April 16, 23, I heard Danny talk across the parking lot that it's just some guy named Pete Dave hired on his own. Dave hired him. It's not my doctor. Dave hired him. Just some guy named Pete. There's HIPAA violations. No doctor can tape you unaware. There's, he can't be in it with Dave. That's a HIPAA violation. He cannot discuss anything that's said. That's another HIPAA violation. If they know someone's being harmed and they don't report it to the police, they can actually prove somebody was harmed. They go to jail as an accessory. See what I mean? Their whole scam is so stupid. I was talking to my daughter-in-law, Jen, her brother, David. I was telling him about having the bruises and stuff, and they have admitted to walking up and jabbing me with hypnotic drugs and told me to say horrible stuff. I never seen her talk to anybody. Then they're supposed to, where they kicked in our door, set up button cameras, even in the bathroom, put a shower scene and washing in the other room. Then I found out where people were talking. It's supposed to be some big fat girl and put my head on it and washing. And the body ratio wasn't the same. He said, Karen, it's almost like a mean teenage stunt. I said, that's what they called it in Akron. Men were talking about it's like a mean teenage stunt. Went too far. They were beating on me. I had orange, lemon, grapefruit-sized bruises all over me. Supposed to have drugged me up and told me to say stuff. It caused a metal taste in my mouth. Huh? And I was throwing up all the time. I never seen her talk to anybody. I never even had my neighbors in my home. See, they've even admitted in Walmart they were walking up and jabbing me with those drugs, and I don't even remember being jabbed. They work that fast in seconds. You're sleepwalking. Causes sleepwalking, no memory, and a metal taste in your mouth that makes you nauseous. Get the idea. Now you think about them wanting Carl's land, and they've already admitted that. October 15th, 25, Walmart 62, by the front, Woodforest, Will wants that land. And then threatened my son, Danny, for trying to help Carl. You leave my kid alone. Oh, I'll let you know. Audrey said Rick feels like 007. He's such an investigator. He don't feel like anybody can stop him. Dave was like that when he was dealing with Michelle. He said, even God doesn't even stop me no matter what I do. I love God, but I don't even fear him. They get this way when they're around Michelle. They don't even fear God, and nobody can stop them. It's a scary place and a mind that you are unstoppable. He's got my apartment several times. He stole paperwork, our little notes between me and Carl. I told you, when I first moved in, well, everybody already knows, Carl was nice enough where Dave left the country. I owed the back taxes. I had medical bills where I wasn't getting my alimony. I was drowning because he fled the country. I'm sorry, we've been moving. Little sore. I got the movers coming here soon. I have to move out of my pretty new place. We just got set up. Spent thousands of dollars moving down here. Only paying $900 a month for a beautiful brand new mobile home. I have to move out of my home. They've got that Rick so crazy. He's been getting in my apartment. Well, what I was saying about Carl. Carl helped me with my bills. I actually stuttered and cried And he thought that was, he said, I've never had anybody be that grateful. I said, I promise, right now I don't have a lot of extra money. I'll pay you $50 a month till I can get more. And I wrote out a little note and thanked him. Okay? And we were already living together. And where I got my dog bite settlement, I got $13,600 clear. My paycheck goes into an account that I buy everything for us. And that a lot of that 13.6 either went into and he got his 20 grand back. But it's none of our business. We're married on top of it. He's been in our personal checking account, knows of that transaction. He had to impersonate Carl with his ID. We had to put safeties up on that. He's been even lying to the police that he's got dementia and Alzheimer's. He's never even been diagnosed with any kind of mental loss. He made it up. It's not a normal sign of aging. It's plaque buildup. You have to have so much loss of memory to be sent to a neurologist to get an MRI to prove it. He's just making it up so he can steal. And now I have to move because he's been in my home. And I used to come home and Carl and I would have coffee before we go to bed. And I would double up sick before I got done with that coffee. We found a cap moved of the milk, dumped it out. You know what's something? With me not drinking coffee here at the house, where I was so sick to my stomach I was vomiting. I'm not sick anymore. Carl thinks he put something in it. Because why did I get sick during the coffee? He had put it in his creamer. He left me a message today. He's going to make sure if I have any kind of license or whatever, he's going to cost me my job. He's going to take my job. He's going to totally destroy me. He can't. And I already paid my husband back months ago. And it was none of his business.